'cause we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're calling, falling out of line. They don't know the truth.
Hello gents and gems, you are with Matt Lettis here, and we are picking up where we left off from the last chapter. So we're picking up with, I don't know if is it chapter 1-3 maybe, or chapter 1, chapter 2. Last video, the last video that that we've seen, we learned, last chapter, sorry, that we learned that we're the only two left, but Delta Team have been dispatched. So there's a link to the Kennedy, to Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 4, that because the villagers are acting like ganados. And we learn that we're after Irving, and he's the top priority, so we don't know whether he's going to be the top boss that we have to fight, or like the final boss battle, or what's to come really. But I'm just sorry, I'm just looking to see if I could do a little bit more firepower on that. Yeah, we'll do it again. Reload speed couldn't hurt. Capacity, yeah, capacity can't hurt. Sorry, 7. I'll do it once more. And critical, increased chances for a critical headshot. That's what, 5,000. No, I can't afford that. We'll upgrade the capacity on this. And I suppose I better upgrade hers really, hadn't I? Sorry, that's just really... That's better. Let's just organise. I'll do a pistol because she seems to use this most. So we'll give her some capacity. And that'll do her. Since I'm not using this, can I sell this? Oh, 200, wow. Raking in the big bucks. Hey, you get the ammo at least. I'll give it to her, I'm not greedy. And then we're pretty much in the same buy. Ithaca, that's what I've got. Melee vest. So, provides protection against melee attacks, can be worn with the bulletproof vest. Well, I can't buy a bulletproof vest. And I can't afford that because 10,000 whatever N is. Can't say I know what that is, but anyway, never mind, let's just get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Oh yes, we have chapter 2-1.
We have to get to the station.
Gotta explore your surroundings. Hey, what's that? Up here. Ah, they got rats. Did you shoot the rat? I shot the rat. Need an exterminator? Call 0800 Redfield. Here we are. There are BSAA emblems located throughout every stage. The more BSAA emblems you destroy, the more items you can purchase in bonus features. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Another machine gun. MP5, well, I'll have that. I'm assuming these cases then are weapons cases. Because both, unless it's just machine gun cases, because both machine guns, obviously the shotgun was placed like it was in Resident Evil 4 up on in a picture frame. But the two machine guns that I've found have been in those cases. There's a box over here. Read document. Press circle to call your partner. Well, we've already managed that, haven't we? Sorry, Sheva, but I am having the ammunition. Let's get going. Marcus successfully develops the T-virus, genital virus. Well, I can't say I'm going to go look for these BSA emblems on my first run through. Whoa! I saw your shadow. Well, that wasn't ideal. I thought you might have fallen. Oh, they shoot a flip-flop off. Did shooting a flip-flop actually kill him? It did as well. Take care of that. Drop down. Stompy, stompy. Not dead. Whoa. Easy. Way up. No, thank you. Got to get the new line.
Come on!
Okay.
Take it!
Okay. Reload!
Oh, what? You don't have to tell me. Whoa, what are you doing, you? The music stopped. Classic Resident Evil. Well, I wouldn't say classic Resident Evil, but I'd say more.
Come on!
Roger.
Especially like the Resident Evil 4.
Take it!
Roger.
When you're out of danger.
Are
the
you
music
okay?
stops.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you. Ooh. Ammunition. So yeah, I'm not gonna deal with you right now. Oh, the slots are soon sprinting up. Wait a second. Those. Shotgun as well, I guess. Right, did I check down here? Yeah, nothing. Barrel?
Come on!
Roger.
Sure, you can have it, I've got plenty.
You grab it!
Okay.
Ooh. But I feel like my video is just constant. Constant reloading. That music's gone. Don't leave me anything. I haven't got any spare ammo to reload that. Ooh. Yes, thank you. Wait. Is this where I need to go? Oh, okay. Well, that was nasty. Ah. Have another one.
Nice!
Ooh. God, what was that?
Thanks.
Honestly, I cannot.
Much appreciated.
Oh, burn, baby, burn. Oh, thank you for giving me back my shotgun shells that I had to bump into you. Oh, it's Critical. Music still going, so another down. Where the hell did that come? Oh. Ah. So I haven't picked up any machine gun ammo. Anything around here? Not a herb, is it? No, bit of grass. Bit of grass. Bit of grass.
Come on, take it.
Okay, Roger.
Take it.
Okay.
Cars. Sorry, how did that light take most of them out? Fantastic. Music stopped. Fantastic. Let me collect my gold. Wait, what did... I thought I saw her pick up shotgun shells. What have you picked them up for? You don't possess a shotgun. Now I wonder if I can give her stuff and I can get over to her side. Ah,
I need ammo.
Use this.
Thanks for the help.
thank you. She doesn't need shotgun shells, she doesn't have a shotgun.
Take it.
Roger.
I hope the AI knows to... Ah, good. It does. Knows to combine items. Okay, we're not so close in the fight. Surely this has that blade, could have hit that from where you stood, but never mind. Oh! Another one of them. Carry on down there. BSN emblems. Keep myself locked and loaded. Oh. I do not like dogs. Oh, come on. Dealt with it. I do not like dogs. Wrong gun. Oh, I'm fully locked and loaded. Can I give her...
Thanks.
I didn't really want to give her that many, but never mind. Suppose I'll be polite. And caring. Open sesame. James said he's closed down Wesker and Berg. Won't read all of that then. Oh. Shiny things. I like shiny things.
My God.
Something's coming. Watch out!
Bats? Oh, really? Ah.
Help me!
Come on!
Okay.
I'm getting rid of that.
I owe you one.
Let me in. Good job you didn't skip that day at the gym, Chris. Otherwise you would never have booted that padlock down. Off even, whichever you want to say.
Someone's here.
What are you looking at? Hello. Hello. Eb.
Thanks.
You can have that. See if anything. No. Okay, so it's not every tomato pile that you'll find something in. Good to know, but at least from last time, at least we know that we can get some from. Wait, is he running away? Powers of Chris Redfield make him run away. I can get behind that. Yeah, go on, I'll climb the ladder first. Is there anything up here? Emerald Square. Was a wasted of a bullet, really, wasn't it? Oh well. Jump down. I've got more fruit. Where is she? Here.
Thanks, partner.
No problem. You carry those grenades. I will not. Tomatoes give me handgun ammo. Investigate. He's been hanging from the ceiling. What was that? He's been hanging from the ceiling, not the end I'd wish for. No. But he has a key. Ah, before I shoot that, I realise that blue circle has a key, little key inside it, so I'm assuming that this key is for that gate. And now I have said key. Pod key. Ah, so they all ran away together, the friends.
We're surrounded!
Oh, I didn't open the door. Saw there was a problem.
Help me out here. Thanks.
Back out. Right, well, that was necessary. Ciao. I ain't doing it.
Much appreciated.
Right, he's doing that for a minute. She's just left me, so she's a great partner. Ain't nobody attacking me. Ciao. Oh, he's dropped his money. Oh no, you'll run you. Oh, now do I have to go another way around?
You two okay? HQ sent me in to provide air support. It's gonna get hot down there, so watch out.
Roger. Thanks, Kirk.
Wow. I didn't think HQ actually cared. Take it.
Roger. Are you okay?
Thanks. Come on. Take it.
Okay, Roger. I owe you one.
I'll do. I'll do. See.
Thanks.
Jump in this.
She said. I've got no spats.
Take it.
You have to
Okay.
grab it. Ooh, grab it. It's out here. Out and out. A box. Shotgun shells. That was worth me jumping out of that window. That just takes me. Oh, hang on. Nothing. Does this just take me? Yes, take me back round. Okie dokie. Moving on. Can she pick it up? No. Okay. Leave the herb.
What the fuck are those? Masters at HQ! I'm under attack by flying BOWs! I'm losing engine power! Oh shit! I'm out of control! I'm going down! Mayday! Mayday!
Kirk, what's going on? Come in, Kirk!
This is HQ. The helicopter's been downed. All nearby units proceed to the crash site. Repeat, all nearby units proceed to the crash site.
I am ready. Well, instead of picking up how many dudes and shit, you can lose back.
I'll cover you from up here.
Fuck you, man.
Come on!
Okay.
I didn't want to tell her to come on around. I didn't mind her covering me, to be honest.
Use this.
Okay. I need a lot of ammo. Sorry. You've got plenty of machine gun ammo. Oh.
Take it!
Roger.
Come on!
Okay.
You grab it!
Roger.
Take it!
Okay.
I am using desperately for some ammo. Way up you. Oh, what's here? Not seeing that one yet. Multiple mouth. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, of course it would be. But, hello. Punch in the face. Stomp in the head. Smashy, smashy. Oh. Okay, you. Punch in the bum. hook. Punch in the face. That'll do, mate. So far all I've not really learned this chapter is that we're nothing much more really, apart from the fact that we're just currently making our way to, was it beyond the train station? I'm gonna know we'll have a bit of that. Abe. No room for Abe. Right. What's this? What's this jump? Will achieve enough to? Over you go. I'm assuming she's gonna have to open it now.
I need backup! There's too many of them!
Why is this? That's what I was expecting from the rifle. It is quite good. Missed. 1, 2, 6. He missed again. Oh my god. Throw it elsewhere around. That's all. Wait, what am I doing here? Ah, right. Maybe it's the plane. So this is is that a smashable box? Yeah. Punch your face. Stomp on the head. Stomp on the head. Delay break. Punch in the head. Stomp on the head.
You need to be careful!
Punch in the head. Stomp on your head. Oh, when that happens. Ah. Suppose a bit of that last one when I'm in.
Come on!
Roger,
Take it!
Roger.
You grab yourself that. It's always good when it goes quiet, you know, you're all done. This takes me back round to where I've already been. Come out to there. I don't like grenades. Yeah, you pick it up then.
Take it!
Roger,
Take it!
Roger.
Oh, great.
Chainsaw? As if things weren't bad enough already.
Ah, I wasn't
Need your help! Nice teamwork! Now you want it.
I do not like this chainsaw guy. Sorry guys, I've just realised I've been really quiet for the past few moments, but I do have a chainsaw and I have to do it. She's in the way, let's go, Sheva. I didn't even realise I've got a key up. I just assumed I would get some more light. There's more light off of it. Just work down. Open sesame. Right. I'll reload. Green.
You grab it.
Roger. Over there.
Oh well.
Oh my god.
Well, you turned up in the iconic nick of time.
Man, am I glad to see you guys.
Delta Team Captain Stone.
Chris Redfield.
Sheva.
Thanks, Josh. I owe you one.
Josh.
You guys know each other.
I trained under Josh. He taught me everything I know.
Sheva became little sister of the team. Now Sheva. You must continue your search for Irving. According to the data we retrieved from the hard drive, we believe he has moved on to the mining area. There's more info inside. We'll follow after taking care of business here. And keep your radio handy just in case.
Thanks, Josh.
Okie dokie.
Jill.
Chris, are you all right?
This picture, it's... forget it. It's nothing. Let's move out.
And that was quite a long chapter. 36 minutes, yeah, that was quite a long chapter. MP5. First aid spray, manifest. Oh, I've got some treasures to sell. I will sell 2 of them. I'll sell 1 of them. I will sell 1 of them. I'll sell 1 of them. 1 of them. 1 of them. And 1 of them. Now then, I can never carry anything else, and I never really use that. So, firepower on that's 60. That's 50. I may as well remove that and give her that. Sell that. Give her the ammo for that. Lock and loader. I may as well upgrade her capacity. I'll upgrade her firepower. And I'll give her a critical on a handgun. Oops, I need to do mine now. Upgrade firepower, capacity, and a critical, and I'm gonna have a reload speed as well. That was 5,000, and I'm gonna do the firepower on that. Let's go.
Sheva, do you know where the mines are?
Past the station. Not too far from here. Follow me.
Hello, gents and gems. You're back with Matt Lattis. Now, I just thought I'd leave this audio part in of me speaking, because my idea for this was obviously to put them up in complete chapters. So as you saw in the first one, it's chapter 1.1 and chapter 1.2. I'll put that up as just chapter 1. Now the reason for me doing this, having this split between chapter 2.1 and this now chapter 2.2, me starting again, firstly is because when I was recording it, alright, no need to laugh at me, Sheva, when I was recording it, it was 3:30 in the morning. It might have been 3:30, and I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son that obviously I need to get up for, look after, and what have you. So because it was that early in the morning, I thought I'm gonna have to get some sleep, get ready for the day of looking after the kids again. Also is because after reviewing my first video of chapter 1, I realised my voice was actually quite quiet and the game was volume was overpowering my voice. So another reason for that was because the originally way I had it set up is I was recording in the same room my son was sleeping, because it was my bedroom. It's just the way I'm set up at the moment. I don't have the space to have a designated area like an office, excuse me, like an office to be set up and to go in there, you know, to record the videos, have the computer and everything set up there. So now I've changed it. My son's in bed now. I'm downstairs in the room on my own living room, ready to get on with this. So yeah, that's really the reason we're doing it now. So I'll leave this audio clip in. Obviously it'll go up as chapter 2. But if you're just wondering why I'm introducing myself again, it's just simply that's the reason, just to explain obviously everything that's gone on. So without further ado, we'll get back into the show. Let me just check where I was up to here. My rifle is not fully loaded and I cannot cope with that. Ammo and herbs, she could do with collecting that
Come
herb.
on!
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
Combine them together. Also, I will point out that the way I originally was playing this through was as if I was, before I'd, like, as if I was a first time player. Now, a lot of people have played this game before, I've been one of them. I do know what's happening, but I just sort of wanted to give the experience as if I was a first time player to someone who maybe has never played the game before, which I'm sure there's not many people out there that hasn't played Resident Evil 5 because it's been out a long time now. But I just wanted to give that feel as if it was a first time playthrough and not just sprint through it, because it is a game that you can just sprint through. Yeah, do you find that good, Sheva? Yeah, it is. It is a game you can just sprint through. It's not that difficult of a game. And obviously with it being more action orientated the way they've made this one, it is fairly easy to just sprint through it. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to play through it, you know, experience everything for the first time again. I'll try to and try to, oh Jesus, I hate dogs. Try to experience everything again as if I'd never played the game before, just so it wasn't a quick, you know, quick short walkthrough. You know, I'd rather my videos be a bit more exploration, you know, like the, I hate that. You know, I'd rather play through it exploring things again and what have you, but
Thanks for the help.
I have also got, but I've just thought, sorry, I'm getting out of breath because there's that many things going through my head. I'm trying to get out across here that I do have made a walkthrough. Well, not so much a walkthrough, it's just rather a bit of fun playthrough on professional difficulty with my wife, and my wife's an inexperienced gamer. She's not played, the only game she's played previously before Resident Evil was, she's played Overcooked and Overcooked 2. And she's also had a little dabble in FIFA. Other than that, she's not really played PlayStation all that much. I mean, I've played PlayStation since I was only young. I mean, I remember having a little go on the PS1 when my mum and dad were playing on Resident Evil 2 back on the PS1, which I will be doing a walkthrough of the remake. Because I do have that on my PlayStation. I do have Resident Evil 2 remake, so I know these games are old, and there is countless videos out there already. But I just wanted to, you know, this is a game series, franchise, however you want to word it, that is my favourite. You know, I've known it. I hate them things. I've loved the game since I was a kid. So I just wanted to, you know, that's where I wanted to start my channel on. Something I knew a bit about. Fair enough, I don't know everything about it. You know, there's things out there that I'm still learning today. Yeah, there's still things that I'm learning today, like how things all come together, you know, things like that. But I know if I have a good understanding of the game, and how it all sort of ties together. So like I say, because it is like one of my most favourite series that's out there, I thought it's a good place to start my channel. And obviously with the rumours now of Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil 4 remake, you know, it's a good way to get started, to have these. No, you're gonna get me. Oh, did I already get it? Ah, okay. You know, sorry. So it's a good way for me to just get started on my channel, put something up there that I know a bit about. I've played through most of the games. There is a few games actually that I haven't got yet, which I do intend hopefully to get, which I've not played before.
Are you okay?
Take it.
Thank you.
I'll take the lantern. Stay close to me.
Yeah, so there's a few Resident Evil games out there that I actually haven't played. So Revelations 1 and 2 I've not played. Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, now I've played a part of that, and I've played like the first opening bit, and I think I got out of the mansion, but that's as far as I've got. I've never actually completed that one, so that's another game
You grab it.
that I've not played, which will be a brand new experience to me. The other one is Resident Evil 0. Never touched that game. Not quite sure why. That's not what I wanted.
Okay.
So sorry, I struggle to communicate and play at the same time sometimes. So yeah, so that's a game. Resident Evil 0 is a game that I need to play. There's, what else have I not played? There's Umbrella Corps. Now I know that's not one of the most popular games out there, in the ways that a lot of people think it's pretty pants, I shall say. But I want to play them all. I want to play. Oh, you're too close. You know, I want to play them all. What else is there? Code Veronica. Now, how could I forget that one? It has to be probably one of the most fan favourite games. And I see a lot of people saying, you know, they want a remake of this game. And what was that? Yeah, so they want a lot of people saying they want a remake of Code Veronica X. Now, I do know that Code Veronica X was meant to be the original Resident Evil 3, but the scrap that and made, obviously the Resident Evil 3 we know today as Nemesis, and then Code Veronica X became more of a spin-off. Well, it's not so much a spin-off, but a side story. I do not like them. Oh, and I missed. Thank you. Yeah, so I didn't want to pick that up. I didn't want to. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons here. So I'll deal with him. Whoa! You were too close for comfort. Sorry, where was I? So, yeah, Code Veronica X
Take it.
Roger.
hasn't been something I've played, but I know a lot of people recommending it, saying, "But you stop dodging out my way." It should be a game I should play, so it's on my to-do list for sure, and I will be putting up a playthrough of that, walkthrough, whatever you want to call it, when I do eventually get the game. I will be putting it up there, and so that'll be again another new experience because I've not done that one. I also intend the games I have at the moment that I can start putting walkthroughs up of, or playthroughs, is obviously Resident Evil 5 as we're on now, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, so that obviously would consist of all 4 campaigns of Leon, Chris, Jake and Ada. And I also have the Resident Evil 2 remake and 3 remake. I need 7 as well, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That is, I have played it before, and it is, I tell you what, that game, it's a scary game.
Sheva.
Forget it.
No, I won't forget
Sheva.
Roger.
it. You get that?
You go ahead.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7, it scares the bejeebies out of me. It is, I got it on release back when it came out, and it just scared the living cack out of me. Now, I don't have it on my PS4. I had it back when I had an Xbox One, and it is something I do want to get and play a walkthrough of, because I think even now, even though I've played through it, I think I played through it a couple of times, I think even though I've played through it, it'll be like first time playing it, because I didn't play it quite to the extent as I've played the others. I think it's probably because of the scare factor in it. I played it as far as, you know, I think I played it a couple of times. I'm just stomping your head. No, too late. Yeah, so I played it a handful of times. So I don't know everything. I can't remember everything for sure. And that's something I really want to go and put on there at the moment. That's sort of my next. Whew, that was close. That's sort of my next target, especially now at the moment. It's on sale on PlayStation. It's only $8.99. So that is something I really, really, really hope to get soon, to get out to you guys. Because I think more than anything, it would be a funny experience for sure. You know, I think partly it's because of the first person aspect of everything.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'll play. Alex, please.
Wow, perceptive, aren't ya?
You think this is a joke? You're just like all the other pieces of scum terrorists.
Oh, I'm not like them. I'm a businessman with standards.
Drop the weapon.
Or, how about you drop yours?
Hurry.
Suckers!
Irving has a partner.
There must be something here he didn't want us to see.
What is it?
Look at this.
The oiled field. That's in the marshlands.
Yes, indeed it is.
Delta team, Chris here. We located Irving, but he got away.
Come on, Roger.
We think he's heading for an oil field in the marshlands.
Okay, come on, Roger. After him now. I need you two to head back this way.
Roger that.
Really? I have to reload. Pick that up simply because I can. I mean, I do not like the dragon offers. But and I've just wasted 2 shots. That's what I did not want. Ah, well, I've a bit of that. Ow. Oh, what did you drop? Hang on, ammo. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Resident Evil 7. Yeah, I think I covered pretty much Chow. I know I didn't really want to run through it, but at the moment, this part, if you don't run through it and you take your time, especially when you have ammo, you have to worry about ammo. Whoops. If you don't run and you stand and fight, you will use a lot of ammo very quickly to take out these enemies.
I'll cover you from up there. Give me a hand.
Alright then, go on then. Yeah, you will use a lot of ammo quickly, and obviously me knowing what's coming, it's not worth it, simply because I do need more than 13 oh Jesus, I don't think I can sprint up to you that quick. Oh, I'm only on normal. Right, let's get a move on. Let's just run past these, Sheva. Whoa. Hopefully that took you out. Oh, I didn't want that.
Are you okay?
Right, well that's not a good start. We're on resuscitations already. We're gonna have to take out some of these, aren't we?
Much appreciated.
Okay, there's more than more of them than I anticipated. This wasn't exactly how I planned for this bit to go. Because what was it? I was just saying a second ago. Need to conserve ammo. Yes, you really do. And I did not want to stop dodging out the way. Oh, wait. Punch in the face. Right, come on, Sheva. we'll get a move on with it. Yeah, you can use, thank you very much. You can use an awful lot of ammo in that section. And with what's about to come now, you need the ammo. Well, I'm saying you need the ammo, but I don't actually know if you play it correctly and you play it wisely and strategically, you should be okay, to be fair. Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. I mean, recently I've played through this game with infinite ammo. So this bit literally takes me one shot, and then I'm on to the next section and the next section. Not fun, especially if you're playing co-op. The next section is just not fun, as we will find out. I think it's got to be probably the worst section of the game, in my opinion, because a lot of people hate on this game because it's... Sorry, I'll let the cutscene play, not that there's much talking going on.
What is that?
It's a bat-like creature. Right, ciao. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, that is not good. I don't want that. You didn't... Really? You're just gonna muck me off and run straight over it? Got ya. Whoops. Well, that was nice. Nice knowing you. Can you just knock this down so I can get out, please?
There's traffic between us. I'll take the rear.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, a lot of people hate on this game. Ooh, where are you going? I don't really know. I mean, I understand. Oh, really? Icky gooey stuff? I'm not helping you. Maybe I should have helped you. Didn't want to do that. Pick you up. He is making a mockery out of me right now. Yeah, a lot of people hate on this. Will you just land already? A lot of people hate on this game because obviously the action's packed and it's not so much survival horror because it is you running with your guns blazing.
What can we do to slow it down?
And what have you. Excuse me. That was nasty. Excuse me. That's not really how I wanted that organised. Yeah, a lot of people hate on this game because of the action-packedness into it. Get a cheeky shot in there while I can. Yeah, and I understand it's not very much survival horror. Will you stop running over the bombs? Bombs. Got ya. And I understand, like I say, it does not. Yeah, so it is relatively easy, that section, to be fair. What was I saying? Yeah, it is action-packed. Yeah, I understand that. It's not survival horror. You know, you don't feel like you're completely useless. You've got weapons. You can upgrade them from the get-go. You don't. It's not like you have to unlock more powerful weapons. You just upgrade them as you're going along from the coins you collect and the jewels. And you know, the very famous end scene, which I won't mention just now. It has something to do with the boulder. That's as much as I'll say. Yeah, I understand that, and I understand they tried taking the game in a different direction because of the way games were at that time. They were, at that time, very action-driven, and with the success of Resident Evil 4, they carried it over to 5, and 5 became, and obviously they introduced as well co-op to Resident Evil 5, which to me I think is brilliant. I think a co-op adventure, yeah, okay, it's not solely why I like Resident Evil, so before you think that I only like it for the I only like it for the I can't get my words out. So I don't solely like it because of the co-op ability. I think it's great that you can have a co-op ability, and you know, you can play like I did a co-op run with my wife. I'm getting my wife into Resident Evil. You can play it with your friends online. It gives you, but you can both play it. See, that to me, I like that in a game, but I do also like the solo experience of what Resident Evil is. But I think if they took the co-op aspect of this and put it into a game like 7, or even the 2 remake, or even the 3 remake, you know, something where you are strapped for ammo, something where you do feel powerless, you know, where you've got these things, so it's not so easy, so you're both struggling. Just something, you know, to... That's what I mean. This is just solely my opinion. People may think differently. They may like just it being solely yourself. I'm going to 10. Yeah, so people might like it solely on your own. Me personally, I like the co-op factor, and if they could, even if, for argument's sake, you know, they put the co-op factor, like I say, into a game like 7, or into Resident Evil 2 remake, or even 3 remake, something like that where you're powerless, and made it as like an option, if you know what I mean. So if you played it solo, you are on your own as the main protagonist. If you played it as co-op, there's a co-op aspect to the game, if you understand what I mean. So where there could be a second aspect, or maybe, I don't know how it would work. I mean, like I say, it's just my idea. It's solely my idea, or something how I'd like it to be. That's just the way, because like I say, I do like the co-op feature in it. Don't get me wrong, I love the single player storyline, driven storyline, like the Leon campaign in Resident Evil 2, you know, the Jill campaign in 3, the Leon even in 4, and the Ethan in 7. Now I I don't know, but I'm assuming Code Veronica's the same, where it's a single player person. I don't know if you get to pick as Chris as Jill. I don't know anything really about Code Veronica X, apart from that they're in Europe. And sorry, I said that wrong. It's not Jill, it's Claire. Chris or Claire, because it's the Redfields, isn't it? I don't know if you get to pick Chris or Claire. I don't know how that works. I don't know if you have two separate storylines. I don't know if you see it from both different angles, you know, like a bit like in Resident Evil 2. I don't know how that works. I've not played it. I've not watched. I've watched a 2-minute stream where someone was already playing it. I watched it for 2 minutes, and I didn't want to watch anymore because I want to experience it for myself. I want to play the game for myself, learn about it. So I don't know how that works. So yeah, I do like the single player aspect to it. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I don't really think it would work 7 as a like if you try and imagine Resident Evil 7 as a co-op game, I don't really think it would be as scary. Maybe, or even. It depends how they did it. For argument's sake, if you took 7 and you took Ethan and you took the co-op person playing as Mia, you know, just so even if it was like a DLC or something, I don't know. That's just my idea. So in a roundabout, the whole chalked up thing to it is this game to me. Yeah, it's not survival horror; it's action. I understand that 4, 5, and 6 were action driven. But to me, this game it's still Resident Evil in the fact because of obviously what's going on in the game. Your main protagonist being Chris and Sheva, who we don't really know anything about. She's introduced into the game. The only game she's introduced in, because she's not in so far any of the others. Whether she'll pop up again, who knows. But you know, so it's still very Resident Evil. Obviously, there's Wesker that comes back into it, and I really shouldn't have mentioned that if just in case someone hasn't played this before and they're watching my stream, my video. You know, you've got all that aspect, and you know, like I said in the last video, there's a callback to Resident Evil 4, Leon, the Kennedy report, when the way these people are acting from Ouroboros in 5, you know, they're acting similar to those detailed in the Kennedy report of the last Plagas. You know, so to me it's still Resident Evil, so it's more, but I feel this game is a more laid back, you know, you can chill out, you can have a bit of fun playing it, and you can play it with a mate, you can play it with, you know, brother, sister, cousins, for my case, wife, you know, husband if you're a female gamer. You know, you can play it with someone, you can chill out, you can have a bit of fun, and that's what me and my wife did in our professional run. That we just need to do chapter 6.3, so I can put it all together and put that up there. It is quite funny because we argue a lot in it, because obviously I'm running off doing what we need to do and she's off smashing pots trying to get things, even though we have, you know, unlimited ammo in it. I did do an unlimited ammo run, but she likes to smash the pots, especially the ones where the pottery, the actual pots, not the boxes. She loves to smash them, and she loves collecting herbs. That's her main thing. I'm just sat there buying loads of first aid sprays from the shop, and she like, no, I want my herbs. So that's what she does. So it, you know, it is quite funny, and that will be going up soon. But enough staring at the screen, me rambling on. Let's get back into the action. Get back on with it. But yeah, and we're gonna also do.
I heard about Irving. Tough break.
I'm gonna do a single. Just quickly, I'll roll it out. I'm gonna do a single-player run of the DLCs of Desperate Escape and Lost in Nightmares, and I'm also gonna do one with my wife because I want to get. I just want to put it out there. You know, I like to have her in on my channel sometimes playing some games. I'm gonna do Resident Evil 6. I'm gonna do that as a run through on my own and with my wife, because it's a co-op game, so I thought I may as well. But anyway, let's get into this because I hate this bit. And we argue in the playthrough I play with my wife. We argue a lot in this bit because there's the QTEs to do, like now. And she can't react quick enough. It might be because sorry, I've got the hiccups. Not ideal.
What does all this have to do with Ouroboros?
Sorry, so what was I saying?
Looks like the only way we're getting answers is from Irving.
Yeah, we argued a lot of this bit because of the QTEs. She doesn't react quick enough. Now that could be down to the fact that, you know, she's not being a gamer. She's just getting into it now. Obviously, because I am. So obviously she's got to learn the reaction times. She can't drive. She doesn't drive. I do the driving. So obviously that helps with reaction speeds as well in driving. Being a driver. So, but I mean, we get through this bit anyway. We can get through this bit. I think it takes us a couple of attempts, and I think looking at the way this is going right now, it's probably going to take me a couple of attempts. But we can get through this bit. It's the next bit that we struggle with, and especially because of the QTEs in the next bit, and especially on professional. You know, if you get hit, it takes off practically half your health. So it's one of them where I'm having a go at her saying, you're not pushing the buttons in time, you know, push the right button, do what you need to do. And she's like, I am doing it, I am pushing the buttons, what have you. And so we're sat arguing. She's like, it might not be me, it might be you. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a professional gamer, because I'm not. I mean, look at this, I'm on normal and I'm practically done. I mean, Sheva, are you taking care of anyone or not? Same things, I hate the Molotovs. This is going to be, at least I'm at a checkpoint, but this isn't going to be done in the first playthrough. I can see this right now not happening straight away. No, the amount of times I've actually played through this game, I don't think I've ever done it once. Like, I don't think I've ever been able to play through it once and not die. Like this bit here, I think I've always had to do it on my second go. I mean, all it's going to take is a hit off these bikes. In 3, 2, 1. Which, unless, I can't remember if this. Yep. Second. Wow. Okay. So I've just eaten my own words because I have just done that in the first time playthrough, which doesn't usually happen. I mean, going back to the whole action sequence, I can understand why they did that. Because at the end of the day, after the events of, you know, Resident Evil 2 and 3, and probably even Code Veronica, something like this would happen. There would be a defense against bioterrorism if it had been that big of an impact. You know, where there was an outbreak, it destroyed a town, a village, a city. That had to be nuked to be neutralised to stop the threat of it spreading any further. There would be something in place. It wouldn't just be the the military, the armed forces, like the police, things like that. There would be an organisation to make sure things like that didn't happen again. And that's where they took this, the form, the BSAA. Therefore, it is a military squad or military training. They have military training, so they would be trained to defend against this. So I understand the aspect of where this is coming from, and especially in 6, Chris's campaign. I understand that aspect of why they tried taking it in that direction slightly, because that would be the case. But that being said, that's not how we kind of want our games. We want to feel powerless, we want to feel defenseless, scarce on ammo, having to scavenge by making sure each round counts. That's what we want from the survival horror game. And the way how well they did the first 3, probably even including Code Veronica, I'm gonna get hit. I knew quite well I was gonna get hit there. Yeah, got rid of him.
We should try aiming at those.
Yeah, that's how we want to feel. We want to feel like it. We need to make this bullet count. Can we afford that bullet? I think that's why they took, because of the criticism they got for, especially 6. I mean, not so much this, because at the end of the day, like they said, this is, I think, still today Capcom's biggest selling game. Although it's slated quite a lot for obviously it being action-packed. I forgot what I was saying. My memory, honestly. That's why they took 7 in the direction they did. I think Capcom already had 3/4 of a game built and finished, and because of how badly 6 did in represents to sales and things like that, that's why they scrapped that 3/4 of a done game, or 2/3 of a game that they had already, because it
One more hit like that and we're done for.
so they scrapped that and went back to the chalkboard and obviously developed what we know today as Resident Evil 7, which I've just remembered came out in 2017. That was, the bullet went through too late. So, and obviously they brought that out to say, look, we can still do survival horror, we can still make you crap your pants, we can still make you feel defenseless, powerless, making you feel like every bullet could be costly. Are you going to need those later? And it was a big hit, Resident Evil 7 did make you go to show, like, look, they've still got it, they can still do it. And I hate these guys. I mean, I shouldn't really bother with these, I'm normal. And I think that's where 8's gonna go. From what I've seen of the rumours, I definitely think that 8 is gonna follow, either whether it follows on from 7 and takes place after the events of 7, whether it's the same protagonist in being Ethan Winters. I've seen a lot of reports of it, leaks of it being Chris again. I think it would be good if it was Ethan. We had to learn a bit more about him, even seeing what he looked like. I mean, like I said, there is leaks out there that it's going to take place in Europe, with the main protagonist being, I've seen leaks of it being Ethan, I've seen leaks of it being Chris, I've even seen leaks where you're going to have all the main protagonists in the game that's ever been, so that would be Jill, Chris, Claire, Leon, Ethan, probably Ada would feature in there. You know, so we don't truly know until Capcom comes out and says, you know, yep, this is happening, this is the story, these are the protagonists, sort of give us a bit more information and says, look, this and this is what's happening. Obviously it's definitely going to happen. They're probably further through the game than we actually know, further through it than we think. You know, it could be half done by now, you know, there could be a third through the game, 50%, you know, 2/3 through the game. They could be that far through.
Are you even sure it's the same person?
And they might just be starting, who knows, especially, but it's definitely, if it comes out, it's definitely going to come out after the PS5 is released. It's definitely coming out for next gen. Now whether it comes out on this current gen as well is a possibility, especially with it considering it's Capcom, not like a solely PlayStation or solely Xbox creator. So therefore I think it is going to definitely be PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and Xbox One. Now the 4 remake, that's, I think, is gonna come before 8. I think we're gonna get 4
Now let's get moving.
sort of end of January, February time next year. That's my anticipation anyway. I think that's where we're gonna go with this. Now that will be interesting to see, because as much as a lot of people do dislike 4, because again it went in an action, it went more action, and if you play the game, it jumps them from one to the next. It's very okay, so it's an action game, and then you play a bit further on. Okay, no, it's survival horror, so you play through survival horror. Oh no, action. Oh no, wait, go back to survival horror. You know, it's like that. It's like that, and so it would be good to see. For one, if they're going to use the same face character for Leon as they did in the 2 remake, which I think would be great. You know, Leon's actual face character has changed so many times already. I think he's changed 3 times, you know, because we had 1 in 4, then that changed when we got 6, then when we got the 2 remake it changed again. So I think if they went with the same one who did 2 remake, I think that would be good. I think they need to give a lot more backstory to Leon, you know, what happened from the time Raccoon City happened to the time where Resident Evil 4 takes place. There's a 6-year difference. What happened in those 6 years? Because if you watch the opening credits, which I will do, well, I did it on a live stream, but I'm going to do doing a walkthrough for it anyway. You know, when you watch the opening cutscene, he says 6 years has passed since that terrible incident. Right. So what's happened in that 6 years? Because all we know is you've gone from a rookie cop to this rookie cop who doesn't know what he's doing, quite naive, and then now you're guarding the president, and you're working for the president as like a secret military protective agent person. So there's got to be something in there, even if it's just cutscene when you open the game. You know, he's explaining, and then he goes, after, you know, he just explains, you know, 1998, I'll never forget it, explains the grisly murders in the Arklay Mountains, then explains about his first day on the force, you know, explains Raccoon City, then even if it was only a couple of year jump, so he jumped 2 years and summarised what happens in every 2 years from that up until the point that we're up to, like in Resident Evil 4. To me, that would be much better, just to get, because you know, unless you watch, there's a film out there and I can't remember if it's Degeneration, CGI film, which Leon is, where you actually learn and find out about Krauser, because this is what in that CGI film is what happens before 4, and you meet, and Leon and Krauser were actually best buddies. You know, they were really close. Leon looked up to Krauser, if I remember rightly. Leon looked up to Krauser, you know, they were really close, and then Krauser dies, and I'll put that in quotation marks with and dies, and then he comes in 4, and then obviously they're going on, and he's like, he keeps calling him comrade, and like you're like thinking, well, who is this bloke? If you've played 4 for the first time and you've never watched a CGI film, and you've just jumped from play Resident Evil 2, you played 3, you know, you play Code Veronica X, and out comes 4, bang, you play 4, and then he's calling him comrade, and he's like, I died so long ago, is that what they told you? And you know, you could see that there's something between them, but what? We don't get told this. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this. That's chapter 2 done now. So I'm gonna end it there. I don't know whether to upload another Resident Evil alongside this, so I don't know whether to do Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3, or even maybe 4. You know, I should probably, I don't know whether, how I'm going to work. I don't know whether I'm just going to do 5, stick to 5, and then go on to the next, upload the next, or if I'm going to upload them simultaneously. I don't know yet. But that's it for the next one. This one. I hope to see you. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing. And if you hit subscribe, you will, and you hit the little bell that comes with that subscribe, you know, you'll get notified of every time I put up a new video. And there is going to be lots of content. There's going to be a lot of Resident Evil content. I might even start to, you know, I did a few live streams I did a live stream for charity. I did it for the British Red Cross, so I might even do a couple of live streams just to talk to you guys. You know, we can talk Resident Evil, we can learn things, we can discuss things, talk about 8, talk about 4 remake. We can, you know, we can go and dive into these things a bit more than I can do now on recording this video, especially when I'm playing 5. I'm not playing 4, so it's not really related, you know, because it's a different game. I'm on 5 and we're talking about 4, but you know, I don't know, I might do, I'll see how things go. But anyway, like I said, that's it for this chapter, and I look forward to seeing you next on chapter 3. So take care guys, we're back soon, see you for now.